Hey, Happy. Hey, glad to see you around. Let me just readjust some things a little bit, so hopefully I'll be able to talk and be heard. Let me know if there are any problems with the audio. Want to make sure that I can be heard, that the music can be heard, and let's make the window a little bigger. There we go. Okay. Turn down the volume on my side a little bit. And let's get right into this. So I got really far on this last week. Or, not last week, feels like last week already. I looked up the person you said was gonna be a VTuber. Oh? Where did I put my pen? I thought I had put it in my... There it is. I'm using a new version of this software, so... Never heard of this guy till now, but he seems to have backlash, that is all. Yeah, I guess so. Admittedly, I haven't, kept up with him since, gosh, maybe close to, more than half a decade, yeah. Probably around, just shy of a decade now is the last time I really followed any of his content, but he has some very unfortunate people. If he truly has either redeemed himself or at least tried to redeem himself, then unfortunately his fan base is not particularly conducive to a healthy environment, I feel like. But I'm gonna try not to be too focused on that. His model looks okay, his voice is annoying. Oh god, yeah, he has... Honestly, he has a voice... He has a voice that was made for print media. I'll put it that way. You know how some people have a face made for radio? He has a voice made for print media. Let's smooth out these hairlines, too. A voice for silent films, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. But other than that, how's your day been, Heavy? Oh, come on. I can barely hear the music. Alright, let me try and pump that up. This better? Alright. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, basically just run with the music until it stops being... can you hear me too? La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Am I still audible? Okay, good. Other than that unfortunate information that I had to curse your life with, what else have you been up to? How's your day been, Heavy? Oh, come on, no toolbar, come on. Trying out a new version of the software that I normally illustrate with, so I have to relearn how everything works. Same old, kids do stuff, thinking about stream ideas. You have kids? I wasn't expecting that. And what kind of things are you thinking about for stream stuff? Right, teaching. So you're hip with the kids, as they say. You've gone up to them, skateboard over your shoulder, hat put on backwards, saying, "How do you do, fellow children, fellow youth?" I couldn't even get the reference right. It's like talking to bricks. Oh, that sounds depressing. Hopefully you at least get through to some of the kids, some of the time. I forget if I've asked, but what subject do you teach? Zoom helps, but they just mute and turn off the camera. Yeah. I imagine that Zoom has been a very difficult, questionable boon for teachers. Right, library aid. Now it's all coming back to me. My 5-second memory has been restored. And what have you been thinking about for stream stuff? State saved, yes. Sometimes I forget to put it in my solid and soft state memories. At least I think that's a term. I imagine that if there's solid state memory, there has to be soft state memory too. And hopefully you can't hear the helicopter apparently going like inches over the roof of my house. Wow. That is very close sounding. Okay, it sounds like it passed. Yeah, that's one of the joys of living very close to a local airport. You get to hear all kinds of things. Well, I feel like I've gotten a sense of the parts of your job you don't like, but just video, no video, and just an Xbox. Well, it's... I guess... I mean, it's still better than nothing, I guess. I guess you can either look at it as this is a journey you've just started / restarted, and you have 1,000 steps to go. Or you can look at it as this is a journey you just started or restarted, and you've already taken the first few steps. At least that's how I try and think about stuff like that. No sense with really long-term ambitions, just kind of only ever being this, oh, I have so much that I need to do for this still. Like, it's good to keep realistic goals in mind and try and hold yourself to those, but there's a certain point where you just have to be able to say that I'm proud of what I've already done, too. I've done a few test runs to see if the game's streamed. Good! Any luck with those? Xbox has issues with some companies. Like, our technology doesn't play nice together issues, or we want more money from you, fuck it, you pay us kind of issues. Stream locked. That stuff is the worst. Cause like, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Like, did you ever hear the story about how when the movie Psycho came out, Alfred Hitchcock decided to buy up all of the copies of the books of the book it was based on that he could, just so he'd be able to ensure that no one could see the ending coming? I feel like if you have to rely on something like that, then maybe you're not a very good storyteller. Right, I'm on the wrong layer. Really? Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the game that is, what, like, at this point, over that's way over 2 decades old at this point, right? That must be like at least 2.5 decades old? Bioshocks are all blocked? Man, like, the most recent Bioshock was what, still almost it was at least half a decade ago. That's still kind of wild that they are trying to have a statute of secrecy on that. Oops, wrong layer. But it's absurd that they think they can get... Yeah, they claim it's not to spoil the ending. My dude, if you have to go to that great a length not to spoil an ending, it's not that we're spoiling the ending. It's that you're shitty at writing, my dude. Like, I know that back in the day, something like Bioshock would be heralded as this great masterpiece of video game creation. Here's this thing that is so good. It's like film has Citizen Kane, books have like War and Peace, and video games have like Bioshock. But I mean, like, no, it's really not that good. It's pretty formulaic, actually. You can tell where things are coming, where they're going. Maybe it's not all immediately obvious, but it's still pretty easy to figure out. Like, Bioshock on its own, yeah, I can grant it that. The twist ending, or, well, it's not even a twist ending, it's just like a twist middle. Because I feel like they actually do a pretty good job of foreshadowing, hey, Fontaine is totally trying to manipulate you pretty well. The Would You Kindly, yeah, I feel like the Would You Kindly would almost have been even better though if they didn't do that thing where, like, when he reveals the big secret behind that phrase, they then go back to, like, flashbacks of all the little times that it was said during the game. But yeah, I'll give it that much at least. BioShock was ham-fisted in a lot of ways. It was a yeah, it was at best kind of like a questionable-ish take on Randian philosophy. Because, I mean, like, Ayn Rand was always kind of a dumb shit, to be honest. But, where was I even going? I think mentally I just wanted to bash Ayn Rand. But, right, BioShock, it did a lot of things that, for the day, were very good. I feel like they don't all hold up necessarily as well, but it definitely did some stuff right, yeah. I didn't know about Rind was a thing till BioShock. Yeah, I think that's probably for the better, to be honest. Like, I don't want to get too political, but libertarians are kind of nonsense to me. Like, I don't care if you think that you are the Atlas that is shrugging off your duties to other people. Humans only got to where they are because, as a species, we're really good at collaboration and cooperation and, like, charitable teamwork. It's kind of one of our most important qualities, I feel like, right up there with having opposable thumbs in terms of how we were able to do as much as we are as a species. So yeah, Ayn Rand doesn't know shit. I'm calling Ayn Rand out. She can meet me in the back lot of a Denny's. I'll kick her ass. And I'll do it with teamwork. But yeah, I still need to test... Oh, wrong way. Oh, no, come on back with me, Scrollbar. I still need to test other games. I wouldn't want to think I'm streaming something and all you get is the BRB screen Xbox does while not streaming. Yeah, I can get... I get where you're coming from with there. I guess the only real way to do that, though, is to just kind of, like, trial and error it, right? Like, the best way to test if you can start streaming is to, you know, start streaming. Okay. Well, let's see. Because now I've got all of these new tools that I'm working with, so I have to figure out where I can actually... what does what again anymore. Okay, let's see. Half-minute hero doesn't work. That is unfortunate. That seems like a game that is good for streaming, both because it feels like it's weirdly both very chill and very hectic at the same time, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I've seen it before, and I think I've seen... here we go. So gradient is now in this paint bucket tool. Got it. I've seen half-minute hero done before. Oh, come on. Dang it. Okay, are you gonna let me... Okay, so it's just a G now? I've seen half-minute hero done before in the context of, like speedrunning, and it seems really ideally suited for that, since, like, speedrunning is kind of the only way... Exactly, I saw it at Awesome Games Done Quick. And I mean, like, speedrunning is kind of... Nope. Dang it. Speedrunning is kind of, I feel like, the only way you can really play that, which makes it a very good match for it. Okay, let's go to the background, grab skin color, and also grab this color. Okay, scroll back on over. But yeah, it feels like it is perfect for speedrunning in the sense that you don't really have an option to play it any other way. Okay. And then you get an achievement if you finish a chapter in 30 seconds without resetting. And that is an interesting challenge. I mean, obviously it's something that you can only do with practice and experience, but it's definitely one way to really get a lot out of the replayability for something that by design is very limited. I would stream Fantasy Star Online 2. That's one of those games that I've never actually, like, seen. Yeah, actually, I think that's the end of the sentence. That's one of those games I've never seen. I'd be interested in that, I think. It's a small market. Big people hold it? How do you mean? Oh, so it has like a big YouTube following, you're saying? I getcha. Yeah, I could see how that could be an intimidating thing to try and break into. So are you worried that you wouldn't be able to find an audience because, like, you feel like the content is kind of claimed already? It looks like the gradient is pretty much done, just like a little lower than the elbow. So this is going to be a very short gradient. There we go. Perfect. And it's kinda grindy. It's an instances-based loot shooter. So, I'm not totally familiar with the term. What exactly is instances-based mean? Because I know I've heard that term before, but I can't remember what it was. No open world. So, like, everything is... all of the maps and all of that stuff is, like, pre-generated, or not pre-generated, but, like, tailor-made. FF14 is open world. Thank you, Ethos Spot. So, it's like everything is closed, separate. I named it Ethos Spot because that's supposed to be like the community ethos I'm trying to create for this stream. I was worried that it was going to be like somehow divisive or something for people coming in here, but I mean, it hasn't really caused any issues so far, and I feel like if that's the kind of thing that people would object to, it's such a little thing to be petty about. Drop in, kill things, kill boss, get loot, get better stuff, rinse, repeat. I'm in it for the fashion aspect. Well, you know, that sounds like an inn. Like, did you ever... I don't know if you... Do you follow any of the, McElroy family of content? So, I guess first, have you heard of the McElroy brothers at all before? Because I'm not gonna try and like evangelize, but oh, come on. Well, basically, they, as a family, have done. Oh, alright. So basically, as a family, they do a lot of different content that a lot of different nerd communities have sort of gathered around, but one of them, he basically did a playthrough of what was it, of World of Warcraft, where he went from one corner of the map all the way to the other without actually fighting anything. He played it like as a pacifist. So I feel like if there's a market for someone who is like as willfully playing the game in the quote-unquote wrong way as that, there is definitely a market for people who would be interested in watching someone play something like Phantasy Star Online just for the fashion. Because, like, I know Final Fantasy XIV, that has a ton of fashion and a ton of people who are interested in it just for all of the, like, arts and crafts stuff that you can do in that game. But if you take that approach with some game that isn't as well known for that kind of craft culture... What, you mean the, a Phantasy Star Online fashion channel already exists? Well, I guess the plan at that point, then, I would just say... Sounds like they're lonely, and could use some company. Always room at the table. Just need to know where to sit. Also, not gonna lie, I'm kind of stupidly proud of that random, almost not quite profound sounding thing that I just said. But I do not have a big of an ego trip enough to try and make that a thing. Yeah, I would honestly just say try and join them. If they're really in it for the passion, I'm sure they'd appreciate the company. Yeah, even better, it gives you a way that you can reach out to them then. Let's switch back over to the line art layer and try and fix some of these things. But yes, if you want my totally unsolicited advice, that would be it. Yeah, sure. No rush. Okay, your VOD is not being DMCA bumped? Eh? Was there a concern that it was? Okay, I was checking. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figure as long as I'm, like, not trying to claim the music I'm playing as mine, and give credit where I can, since I'm not really at the point where I can consider this something I'm super monetizing, I'm probably gonna be okay. TwitchBot can be very fickle, that is true. Oh. Welcome, Hemlock. Some of my games are insanely loud to yeah, Toho games at the very least have a good soundtrack, though. And also, hey, Hemlock. Glad to have you around. Why, how high do you think I should be setting my prices for those? Oh, yeah, I think I remember seeing someone... I think I remember, like, Gloop Witch showing a video of that. It looked fun. I've never been, like, huge into the Toho franchise. never been huge into the Toho franchise just because, like, I am very bad at bullet hell shmups, but it does look like at least that version might be a little more accessible. Maybe. Also, Hemlock, that was super bold of you to suggest I could get annoyed by you. I'm SOS with hell shooters. I have a ton, but those are not really stream-worthy unless I get good. Maybe? At the same time, though, I feel like there's a huge market for people to, like, play games that they're actually really bad at, or at least in the process of getting good. I feel like people really do enjoy, not like, okay, sure, Schadenfreude is definitely an element of it, but I feel like there's also an element of just genuinely wanting to root for someone, the underdog, really trying to figure out how to do something and get good at it. I think you shouldn't shy away from streaming something necessarily just because you're bad at it. If you don't like it, yeah, definitely don't stream it. Yeah, that's a good example, Hemlock. And are you suggesting that I need to make my fucking say-so price higher? I could probably do that. If you're having a good time, people will enjoy it. Alright. Alright, that's fair enough. I've been trying to price things out so that, on average, you could afford, like, at least one redeem per hour of viewing or so. And considering that Streamlabs says that on average you can earn around like 220 points or so every hour, it's probably a good spot for it. But if it gets really annoying, then yeah, I'll probably. True, but I figure that's at least like a little safer just because it's something that by definition you can only really do once. I do wish there were more imports on Xbox One, not many backward compatible imports. Yeah. I guess I've always been kind of like, about backwards compatibility because for most of my childhood it wasn't really considered a guaranteed thing. Like, I grew up with a Nintendo console family, and we didn't actually even get a Nintendo console at all until the GameCube, which was at that point like 5 or 6 years into its lifespan. But I mean, before that, there would have been like going from the N64, or this even earlier, going from the SNES cartridges to the N64 cartridges to the GameCube discs to the Wii discs to, like, I guess that's kind of desensitized me a little bit from being too concerned about backwards compatibility, but most of my good imports are trapped on the 360. Oh, that sucks. I like game companies are just so they're just so anal retentive about this kind of stuff. And it's like, you're not making money off of this game just leaving it like this. Either let it enter some form of public domain where other people can just emulate it freely, or remake it. It's not that hard. Or it shouldn't be, at least. All of them are in Moonspeak as well. That's rough. I mean, I would be lying, though, if I said that my learning to speak and read Japanese wasn't at least partially motivated by being able to circumvent problems with translation stuff. Okay, let's see. Now I should do the gradient on the clothes, probably. Yeah. Well, I guess let's do the lips too. I'm gonna test out a few more BRB. Yep, no problem. So what have you been up to since we talked last, Tim? Oh, I also need to add the mossy spots. I almost forgot about those. Ooh, new glasses? Anti-glare, so hopefully my model will stop blinking so much. You know, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought of that for my model. I've just been like taking them off when I need to for streams, but I really should. I really should look into seeing about anti-glare glasses. I guess I'm also like a little nervous to go shopping for eyeglasses again because last time I found a frame that I really like. You know those very aesthetic, almost totally circular glasses? I have a faint lazy eye, so if I take off my glasses or wear contacts, they go wild. That's understandable. But yeah, I got those specifically because I needed to better evoke the whole yes, I am that kind of femme-aligned person. I am creepy cute. These are my creepy cute kind of goth glasses. And like now I'm just worried that if I try and look again. Oh, nice, that sounds really cool. But yeah, I'll need to try and figure out something with that, because I do have my prescription, and it is technically changed since I got these. Where did you get those, by the way? Oh, Zenny, yeah, that's where I got the pair I have right now. I'll have to look into that then. Who knows, maybe it's time to get a new pair already, though again, I just really like these. I can't exactly, like, send a photo over easily, but, remind me for whenever I end up doing a face reveal to show off these glasses, at least then, if not earlier, somehow. Because I do honestly feel like these glasses have really helped me like the way I look more, you know? Exactly. And plus, since my hair is too dark to easily do something like dye it, this is probably the best way I can indicate to the that I can indicate to the other queers that I encounter in the wild. I guess I could also, like, grow out all but one of my fingernails. That'd probably be a way to signal to other people. Oh, that's right. When I actually have the spoon stored... Oh, that sound... Okay, If... I'm trying to think of how to word this. Why is that not showing up? Is it too faint? Oh, right, it's on the background layer. I mean... How about something like this, then? No, that doesn't work. Bleach is scary, though. I agree with you there. Maybe... Maybe it would make a good... like, sub-bonus thing. I will send you secret pictures of my appearance. And do so with the insurance that if you do something cool with your look, that I am obligated to do something cool with my look. Yeah, I feel like every goal is a little easier when you have accountability. Also, don't tell anyone, but I'm gonna hide something in this spot on their shoulder. Cryptid's not watching right now. Don't tell them. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that almost looks natural. I'll give myself that much. Oh wait, I just thought of something. Why am I worried about like sending stuff over? Excuse me, sending stuff over like Twitter and shit. We literally have each other's Discords. Yeah, VTuber brain. The same brain that made it so I didn't realize that 3 wasn't the same number as 4. Yeah, I like that. We are just doing our best, and that's all anyone can ask. Okay, so now I gotta do the gradient on their poncho dealie. Let's get a sampling there. And then let's get a sampling up here. I'm eating all the pretzels out of the snack mix I bought for my partner like a hamster. Okay, don't worry. I won't... Oh, thank you, Promobot. Don't worry, I won't tell your partner that you are eating all of their pretzels. Your secret is safe. True. What kind of snack mix you got in there anyway? Cheez-It snack mix. Ooh, that does sound good. It has a football on it. Football! I'm so gay that I forgot about the Super Bowl, so all my snacks are now sports themed against my will. That... You hate to hear about that kind of homophobia, you know? People always ask what the struggle is in life, and if that ain't it, I don't know what it is, Chief. Oh, no, I just want to recolor the part that is supposed to be this mossy color. You're so gentle with your ombre placements while I just slam them down and pray. Oh, thank you, I guess? I'm not sure what you mean, though. Like, I know ombre. I remember enough art school for that. I gotta tell you though, I think what I'm looking forward to most in this drawing is when I get to the end and I can apply the motion blur. I have this issue where I just hope that it gives my flats more depth and I use any filter available. I can feel that. Yeah. Like, it can be very tempting to just throw everything at it to see what sticks. But I mean, I guess that is how you can get better, at least. Oh yeah, like, I figure if I'm doing the cryptid pose, I gotta do the cryptid bad camera photo blur, too. I wish the color selector was a little better, so I didn't have to recolor all of this again, but c'est la vie. I figure I also gotta do like one version with the color blur, one version without, just in case I feel like it looks better just as a pretty piece, so I can give them that much too. No, also, it's funny, CSP has two color selector tools and one grabs things way too light. That is weird. Honestly, I actually just upgraded to the GIMP 2 10.0 version, so I got a lot of tools. I'm very excited about some of them. Like, I actually have a symmetry tool in this one, so that's gonna be fun, I imagine. But, I'm also very scared of actually using any of them because, I'm Cave Rabbit. I do not understand how magic box work. I just ook. I ook and I ook, and I try and hope that I don't ook badly. Yeah, symmetry is gonna be super useful too, because, like, I'm that kind of person that, well, I guess I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch, because I still don't even know what I'm gonna do for a 2.0 model of B. Like, part of me is tempted to just, like, just find a way to get really satisfied with my drawing style for them and just hammer out a full body 2.0, get the full version of Live 2D, bish bash bosh, do all that myself. The other part of me is looking at all of the other really, really, really pretty art styles out there and thinking, Well, I mean, I could do this all by myself, but I could also get someone who can do it prettier. So those are currently the two wolves fighting around in my head. But if I do end up trying to do it all myself again, I imagine that it's going to be a lot easier to do if I have symmetry tools going. A very subtle bit of lip color, so let's take care of that. Sorry, Cryptid, we gotta burn your lips just a little bit. Tiny burn. What do you think? How's that look? Too subtle for the lips, or good enough? Yeah, I think so too. Alright, so now... Oh, no, I didn't want to open a new one. I wanted to save. There we go. Alright, let's see... What next? I can do the bush colors. I should probably do that before I forget about them. Let's grab some random greens that'll look okay. Let's get this green. Partner just made me sub to his Twitch and now I can use the emote I made. Wow, I can't believe your partner makes you sub to their Twitch just so you can use your own work. Gosh. But that is a very cute kitty. You got a very cute bratty baby. And I haven't forgotten, I will still send a picture of the old man that lives, the hairy old man that lives in our house. He climbed up behind me and opened a tab and paid for it himself, at least. Wow. And if that ain't love... Let's also, while I'm here, let's get a really nice brush for this. What do we got? Oh, vegetation. That sounds perfect. Let's get rid of that central spot first then. Yeah, our dog is... Oh god, how... I don't even know if I know how old he is anymore, but, we got him when I was still in high school, I think? So we've had him for over a decade at this point. Maybe a base of green and some darker vegetation. Now, see, this is why I invite artists onto my stream instead of just relying on myself. I'll leave that for now. Or switch over. Okay. Also, that's just kind of like a really weird thing that, because like I mean, it still is the two of you's monies, right? Oh, my hot take is that the scale of dog greatness only goes up with age. Puppy is great, but only when compared to other animals. I can respect that. I think that, I think our dog, Louis, I'll just use his name. Louis, when he was younger, he was such a little shit. And this was, to be fair... Oh, welcome back, Heavy. This was, to be fair, largely our fault because we never really... Thank you, EthoSpot. We never really seriously tried to train him beyond the very basics of this is the name that you can respond to, and don't pee or poop in the house if you can avoid that. And that's basically where we stopped training him. We could kind of ask him to do stuff like sit, lie down, shake, stay, come, but only if we actually had food, so we never really could actually do it. But oh, he was such a brat when he was younger. He would do stuff like jump up on dining room chairs. He would steal food constantly if he had even the smallest chance to do so. He once, on different occasions, he once ate an entire pound of Baker's dark chocolate, a pineapple upside down cake. That was another big one. I think there might have been a time that he also ate an entire omelet rice. But yeah, he was always a real handful. These days he is well, he's really old, so he's got a lot of old dog problems. Probably namely, he is... At this point, we're pretty sure he's basically day-to-day functionally blind. He's also at least partially deaf. His legs don't work like they should, at least on hard floors. But all of that said, he still finds a way to be kind of a brat about things. Like, because old age, Louis is starting to go, he's starting to be an incontinent dog, so we had to start using dog diapers. And we found that after we started using his diapers, he got into this weird habit where he would get himself stuck under things like the crossbars of chairs and tables and stuff like that, real tight fits. And at first we figured, okay, well, he is going blind. He probably is just losing track of where he is, and he gets himself stuck here. But then I saw one time. I'll send a photo of him later. But then I saw one time that I saw somehow he had gotten his diaper off in the middle of the night, and I couldn't figure out how he did that, because he's definitely not flexible enough to pull it off himself. But then I saw later on that week, I saw him, he was scraping his diaper, like the tab of the diaper off and open by dragging it along the crossbars of the chairs and under tables. And that's how he was getting out of his diaper. And again, I figure, yeah, you could probably blame that on him being kind of senile and a blind old dog. But at the same time, I feel like some of it has to be just that old, just that old little shit energy that he has. Honestly, I think Louis might be one of the reasons why, counterintuitively, I'm actually trying to leave the house that I'm in right now. Because, not to get too real, but we've had 2 scares where we thought Louis had either died or he was going to die, and while both times they've resolved, thankfully, with that not happening, the fact is that that is going to happen sooner or later, and I don't think I have the emotional fortitude to be present when that happens, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, that got way darker or too real than I would have liked. Yeah. Honestly, I think one of the reasons it hit me so hard was because of how my dad reacted both times. Like, I've seen him react to the death of human family members, and he's usually very stoic about it, or at least kind of stoic, but he actively was bawling over the possibility of Louis, so yeah, that's definitely a concern. Sorry, I know this isn't exactly a great streaming talk, I'm sure. Ooh, you know what I can do with this? I can play with the opacity, so that way it still has a meaningful effect when I have to layer over it. Oh, no. Scroll down again. Yeah, there we go. Now we're shading with depth. Okay, and let's also do a little bit of the lighter stuff on the outside for a more contrast. Actually, let's try that slightly differently. Let's up the size, but then cut the opacity further. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's bump this back up to 70 again. Switch over to the darker color, and now let's take care of this one. Oh, let's also select it just to make sure. Okay, and then oh, yeah. I'm getting that artist high, you know? That high that you get when you feel like you're doing the cleverest shit. Just doing the tightest, cleverest shit. I do feel a little weird about it not being fully outlined though, so I'm gonna hop back into the line layer and fix that real quick. It is such a good feeling. Like, competency. I sometimes know this feeling. Oh, gotta put it to the right colors too. But, obviously, I'm not going to make you the sole arbiter of this kind of choice, but what do you think? Do you think I should try to shop around to find someone else to do the art for whenever I'm able to do the V2 live 2D model? Or do you think I should try to do it all on my own again? What'd you find out, Heavy? That is true, Hemlock. I guess I'm also just concerned, like, if my art is pretty enough, you know? Oh, sorry to hear that, Heavy. I'm sorry to hear. Or I'm sorry that that happened. I hope you're able to find a solution one way or another. And like, I do like my art, but at the same time I worry if it's cute enough, you know? I guess that is true. No, those are blocked forever. It would require an Elgato and a... Oh, that sucks. Like, I'm not sure what I would want for it. I just look at those rigs that are like... They're super crisp. They're super well designed, and they've got all of those little tiny little details. I guess I just want to make sure that if I do it myself or if I have someone else do it, that I can still find some way to make it like that good. Wait, I'm not on the right layer. That's why it's not showing up. Oh yeah, that's darker. Yeah, that's part of my problem, I think. Volume control is weird as well. Would not be headphone friendly. Might have to cut it to 50%. Well, if it might work, I guess it's worth a shot, right? Like, one of the artists I was considering asking is, I don't know why I started phrasing it this way, because I do not have the memory that I could remember their name, but they are the artist behind the current rigs, or the current art rather, of Spira and Sylvie. You know, those designs, Hem? Also, are you good with Hem? I don't want to use any nicknames that people don't like. Alright. But yeah, like, that style, that could do stuff like have those really fun things, like the little details, like the iris art and all of that kind of stuff. That's what I would ideally want to have in any kind of B redo. And it's something that I'm not sure how much I could or should do. Oh yeah, I figured as much. Heavy. Excuse me. Like, I guess I could... I guess if I don't do the art myself, I could still at least do the rigging myself. Oh, Contra doesn't work either. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Konami. I remember when they were a game company and not a pachinko game company. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. The Yakuza are not known to take a slight swell. Konami. Derogatory. Huh, Yakuza 7 works. Well, that's something at least, I guess. Also, sorry that I keep just, like, asking you for random advice on, like, my avatar running him. Well, I'm glad to hear. I guess it's one of those things where it's just, like, easier to talk this kind of thing over, even if it's just, like, not even to anyone in particular, I guess. But it's always nice to do with some sort of response to. So, I mean, I've asked you for a ton of advice on my avatar, but what are you planning to do with him? want to work on the rigging a bit more. Currently, when I squat, I look like a cowboy. Also, add that armor I made today and probably a ukulele. I have a lot of silly toggles. I have a coffee I haven't shown off. That sounds fun! Okay, so I guess this has actually helped convince me too, because like one of the things I definitely want to do, regardless of if I end up trying to go solo on making B full body V2. Also, sorry about the airplanes flying overhead. I would really want to... I'd love to be able to have all of those cool toggles that I could do stuff with. So, like, if nothing else, I could get Live 2D and use that just to, like, you know, make the toggles, right? No, wait, I guess I am also assuming that, like... Oh! Sorry. Knocked over my mic again. I guess I am also assuming that, like, all of the stuff that you're doing, like the toggles you're making and all that, that's all, like, done within Live 2D still, right? It's really nice to be able to add new things, but you probably have to work with the same artist to make the new expressions if you want the same style. Yeah. And like kind of like what you were saying, the toggles, those are stuff that I could just do on my own, right? I have to draw a new arm with the prop and add it to the rig. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so I got the shading. Now it's time to do the highlights. But yeah, I mean, like, if I were to decide to go back to do, to get Live 2D as, like, the full version, it would be totally worth it just to be able to animate stuff, right? And yes, maybe this is me a little bit trying to validate personal choices through the illusion of... Okay, yeah. Like, admittedly, it's something that I kind of really wanted to do either way, but, you know, I'm just in one of those positions where, because I'm, technically I'm unemployed right now, and I'm not yet living with my partner, it just feels weird to try and justify... Thank you for enabling me. It's just kind of weird to, like, justify to yourself sometimes doing expenses that can just be for you. Even if, I guess even if you make a lot of those, like, expenses just for you, I should clarify, that could also do stuff for you, too. I am plenty good at treating myself, probably too good at treating myself, if I'm honest. Too close. Too far, come on. Hey, Heavy. You didn't miss too much. We were just talking over the merits of investing in Live 2D. See, I feel the same way. I have the money and want silly things, but it feels bad. Yeah, I get that a lot too, I think. I feel like part of it is just not wanting to... maybe like not wanting to be an inconvenience somehow? It can be expensive, yeah, that's true. That was my main concern, I guess. Come on. There we go. Yeah, honestly, it does feel very, very price gougy because they're just, by virtue of there being so few of them that really can do that sort of thing. The woman who makes those fitted kigurumis opened her shop, and I spoke to like 3 people before deciding I could buy one. Ooh, fitted kigurumis? How does that work? I always felt like part of the allure of kigurumi is that you get to be sort of this shapeless, cuddly, plush-looking person. How does a fitted kigurumi work? Also, more importantly, what are you getting for your kigurumi? Bloomerumis? Oh my gosh, that sounds so cute! I've gotta try and find one of those. That sounds super, super cute. Ooh, that's very good. Those cats are easily the best part of that game. Ooh, Animal Crossing too, huh? I made a few years back a homemade green bunny style kigurumi, but I'm thinking if I could find a good custom shop, I might want to get one of like a bat or something. Now that I've got like one of my important animals in my life in kigurumi form, it might be nice to have the other two, or at least one of the others. Thighs out. Honestly, more power to you. If you've got thighs that you want to celebrate, good. You should celebrate those thighs. Even if it's just a case of my thighs are gonna sweat way too much. Otherwise, that's still, yeah. When I did go to my work on Halloween week, I roamed the halls as that kitty. That's good. It's a very pure workplace story. Okay. So I forgot that I'll need to do shading for inside the robe too, so let's take care of that next. Paws were weird and paws are hard to use. Yeah. No way around that though, I'm afraid. When you get into the furry lifestyle, you live and you die by the furry lifestyle. And chairs aren't built for tails, which honestly seems very nearsighted and close-minded of chair designers. I'll tell you what, Hemlock. I will trade you a picture of my dogs for the link to the Bloomarumis. Alright. In that case, then I will also add in a picture of me glasses. I like that we're reverse bartering. This is the future liberals want, or at least the future that far progressives want. Coffee Talk looks great, but that view count makes you shy. That one... Nice, thank you, Hem. That one is the game that you said was like, kind of like Valhalla, except for coffee, and with, like, instead of sci-fi stuff, fantasy stuff? Am I remembering that one right? I'm glad to have introduced you to. Go for it. I'd watch. Wrong one. Oh, how long did that take? Feels like this, whatever this game is like, that it would be a very long one. Even for one playthrough. It's not a super long game, but it's kind of made for multiple playthroughs. It's a game of multiple playthroughs. Things change. Sounds interesting. I'll have to look into that one then. Maybe I'll do it on stream. What am I saying? I'll probably do it on stream. Alright, let's see. A little more overall. Doing a perfect run requires at least 2 runs? Sounds challenging. Side note, we should collab and play Monster Camp. I would love to do that. I would love to do that if you're sure. I do have one stipulation though. If we do that, we have to do it all in character voices. Because I don't want to listen to, like, that creep cryotic in a video game. I almost got the secret ending for the Grim Reaper and then I messed up and they rejected me badly. Oof, that's rough sounding. No idea what you're talking about, but that sounds rough. Alright, yeah, so if that's good then sure. I am totally game to do that sometime. Have to work out when, and I'll actually have to, like, get the game and stuff first, but yeah. Monster Camp is out at this point, right? Or is it still in early access? Oh good, it's out. Then yes, absolutely, I will look into getting that. I should be able to get that too, which would just leave playing that. It's Steam. Okay, yeah, I've got Steam. Nope, no, not that one. Oh, that one. Thank you, EthoSpot. So, anyone here ever heard of a game called Time Spinner? Can't say I have. What's it about? What's it like? Time travel Metroidvania. Ooh. I do like the sound of that. Where can I learn more about this game, this Time Spinner? Vtuber Steam. Alright, I'll check it out. Thank you for the tip. Am I cutting out? I hope not. Am I? I sure hope that I'm not cutting out. That would really suck. All I can do is just keep trying to make noise to see if it improves. Am I still cutting out? Am I still having a problem there? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. I'm glad. Like, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm 2 hours into the stream at this point, and I haven't yet had any problems with running the radio while I'm doing stuff, which is a very good sign for me, I think. Hopefully. Of course, now that I said it, it will, like, crash in a minute, I bet. Oh, there's the helicopter again. Hello, helicopter-san. Let's try something a little different for this last bit. Let's try that, and let's set the opacity way down. Yeah, okay, maybe not that far down. Let's try 30% first. Okay. Alright, this is a line move for some reason. Well, yeah, time travel is important and has ripple effects as you play. That sounds like a very ambitious system, but I'm interested in how that could work out. Stretch. Gotta remember to stretch now, even if no one tells me to, because it's sometimes just very important. Oops, no, not that. Zoom. Let's see. Let's smudge up the shading a little bit, and then I feel like we might actually be close to done. Obviously, I still need to also do the blur filter, though. Alright. Have a good pizza prep. Tinder commercial? Wait, there's a Tinder commercial on my channel? Huh. Honestly, I'm not even bothered by that. I guess I'm just bothered by the fact that I ain't gonna see jack shit of that ad Oh yeah, I like how those eyes are looking. Okay. So now, let's get rid of... Yeah, let's get rid of the background. So we don't need those references now. And let's zoom out a little further so I can select just the bits that I want for this. Probably gonna be... She finds a cat and the truck runs her over. Then she dodges the truck but is hit by a crane and pipes crush her. After that, a lot of weirder stuff keeps getting her until she makes it on stage. I am so sorry, Miss Hatsune, that you had to go through that. Okay, let's see. Crop to selection, there we go. Okay. Oh. Ooh, that's something I could do. Miku music has many themes that are not normal music. Shit, man, you're sure right about that. I want a good Miku garage kit? What's a Miku garage kit? Is that like she helps you change your motor oil or something? Oh, the build your own figures. Gotcha. Jesus is my co-pilot, Miku is my mechanic. Oh, that's good. That's some good shit. The computer's taking a while to render this paint bucket. What do you think? Do you think I should go for the color background? I'm feeling like some kind of color background, but I worry that if it's just a flat color, then it's going to be harder to, like, really stand out. What do y'all think? Color background, or too bad it's not a forest photo? I think that color works, doesn't swallow them or anything. Alright. Yeah, I could work with that, I think. Okay, let's save that real quick. And also let's save this as, like, Cryptid Doodle No Filter. Color. Yes, color good. Alright, so now finally it's the fun part. I get to figure out how to do a filter on this. So this is totally new stuff for me, I think. Let's see... maybe... a blur, I have to imagine. Good. Hemlock's got some fun stuff. Another Tinder commercial. Well, I was hoping it wouldn't be that kind of, Okay, let's get an out-of-focus lens blur to start off. I don't... Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, so first I got to... First I've got to disable that, and let's merge visible layers. Okay, there we go. Now from here, let's re-show the lens blur. Okay, now it's showing up. That might be a little too blurry, I think. That's a very bad lens. Oh, no. Dang it. Okay. Okay, there's the out of focus filter. Now let's add a little bit of movement. Maybe a little bit of zoom.
Let me let her be. Hi, it is me, I am Elsa. I have just come to tell you hello. Excuse me if you keep resisting me. I will imagine what you feel inside. Nothing matters that make you mine. We target version you see is no sense stronger. We come on papers. I can't erotic young man. I set you free. Music is the key. I know now I will fix this fire and happiness. Unity was made with me. In harmony, take the feeling I savor inside of me. Ecstasy and bliss, feeling that uses where everyone may be alone with harmony. You free, I feel let me let her be.
Woo! No more commercials! think it's a programmed thing. I remember hearing if you don't run them yourself, they force them on you every once in a while. That's shitty. Alright. What do y'all think? Is that blurry enough, or should I go blurrier? Alright, that's one pretty blurry. The question is it blurry enough for a cryptid? I want to say blurrier, but we might lose it. Alright, well, let's see how it looks a little blurrier. Let's do a little more lens flare. True. Yeah, that's the goal here, to get that kind of effect. Let's try a little of that, and then maybe a little more motion blur. Oh my gosh. Model reveal for B that's just blurry as hell. You know, it is funny. It's funny that you mentioned that, because the first time I tried to export the model, it ended up getting super, super messed up because I didn't use the map. I didn't use like the texture map, so I had no idea it was way too high res of an image for me to like actually use. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how I scrapped the first of them. All right, allow me to show you maximum cryptid blur. Oh no, I wish I was that pixelated. I was like vague suggestions of shapes. Okay, so I think that this might be a little too far. Live 2D wants everything to be absolutely perfect or it hurts you IRL. Yes. Alright, so I think we may have gone a little too far here at this point, right? Okay, I'll save a new one for you, just for you. Okay, I think though that while this does feel like a realistic amount of blur for a cryptid photo, it might be a little too much. So let's try a slightly different. Yeah, but the question is that something that I should be posting? And I feel like the answer is, maybe not. Like, unless y'all think that that isn't too blurry. Okay, what about this? Yeah, that's fair.